But the important question is what is their intention? Hey, y'all, this is your Talk Whisperer tip. It is called Good Intentions. And if it sounds like you're interrupting a conversation, well, you kind of did, but I want to include you in on it. And this is what we're talking about today. We are talking about when you have crucial conversations going on. In other words, heated conversations or passionate or emotional conversations, and things can get a little bit crazy depending on how we communicate with each other. There are so many ways that we can offend one another in the way that we're talking. The rule of thumb in the communication world is it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. So if there's any other time that you might be very offended or inclined to be offended, it's when you're in that crucial conversation and you don't know if the person you're talking to is trying to offend you. I'll give you a couple examples of things that are typical. For instance, our tone. How many times did you hear when your mom was growing up and she said, hey, I don't like your tone that you're talking to me with? You're like, what, Mom? I don't know why you're so upset. I cleaned my room. Listen, when we were kids, we knew what we were doing. We knew how we were talking, and we maybe didn't have a tone that was acceptable, right? So our tone can be one of them. So we want to do our best in a crucial conversation to try to keep our tone even. Because some people, of course, if we get worked up, we get emotional, our volume maybe goes up, our tone gets very intense, and this is something that may offend people, right? So for instance, the expressions of the face are called micro-expressions. When we speak with micro-expressions, for instance, we could be making a look that could offend someone. For instance, we roll our eyes and someone says, hey, don't roll your eyes at me. And you'd be like, what? So a lot of times we can do things. We can make a face. We can be like, now that there looked like maybe I was upset about something, but that could be somebody trying to settle down just the same, right? It could be, for instance, in something we do if we're talking to someone and we're pointing our finger. Like right now, when I'm talking to you like this and I'm pointing my finger, you wish you could reach through your phone right now and just rip my finger off. I bet you'd want to. So it could be lots of things, whether it be pointing, whether it be invading someone's personal space. See all these typical ways that people can offend one another? But that may not be their intention. So what you need to have the restraint and the control and the ability to do in these moments, even when things are heated, is you need to be able to say to that person, hey, listen, the way you're talking to me or the tone you're using or the your facial expression you're making, do you intend to offend me right now? Because it is bothering me quite a bit in what you're doing. And they could be like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just upset. I'm trying to keep my cool. I love you, but I'm doing my best. And if they say something like that, or if they confirm with you that they are in fact trying to keep themselves in check and they're trying to communicate with you in the best way that they can, despite things being elevated, right? Then that is what their intent is, and you can accept that. So we need to get to the point. When things get heated, sometimes people are trying to talk over one another, so they may end up trying to interrupt. And that's another way, right? So there's so many ways that we simply, whatever it is that offends us, we need to have the control, address it, ask them, get confirmation that they know what they're doing and what their intention is. It's that guy from Talk Whisper, and we're going to catch you guys on the next one.